I'm making this video because I voted for Trump. And a lot of my followers are Trump supporters. And I fully expect that I will probably lose a lot of friends and followers because of this opinion. First of all, if we are friends and you can't see past politics to continue being my friend, I just want to say I don't hold any ill will towards you. I totally understand if you feel the need to unfollow me, block me, and not be my friend anymore. I respect it completely. I just don't think we have the same Donald Trump that we had circa 2016 to 2020. This is not the same man. Somewhere along the way, he lost his way. To deny help to tornado victims. Then I heard he denied further assistance from FEMA to North Carolina. This is not the man we voted for. If you are upper middle class or below, I don't see how any of us are faring well under this president. And how long are we just gonna close our eyes to it and pretend it's not happening because it's him? And at least it wasn't the other guy. I will no longer stand by and pretend that I have hope in this president, because I don't. This past weekend, what he did last night was 1,000,000% unacceptable. And if any other president did that, everybody would be losing their marbles. The cuts he made to programs that help lower income people, these secret dinners with people wearing masks. It's just craziness at this point, guys. And I just can no longer stand here and say I support it, because I don't. No, I'm not a Democrat. I don't trust the government at all. But I just hope our friendships are strong enough that you guys don't base it just on something political. But understand, I fully expect that I will lose friendships. And I'm sorry to see you go, but I hope you can understand my side as well.
This is not what you voted for? Did I hear you clearly? MAGAs are beginning to say that this is not what they voted for. So it suddenly dawned on you guys that this is not what you voted for. Oh my. So not only that they stopped participating as a party member, they said they denounced the party, and now they are coming out outrightly, vividly, openly declaring that this is not what they voted for, when everybody knows that this is exactly what you guys voted for. I mean, it is simple and clear, because Trump was very audible, was very clear, it was very outspoken about his agendas when he was campaigning, and you guys, y'all hear what he said, and now you are saying that you didn't vote for this. So tell me, what did you guys vote for? Can you tell me? I'm listening. Tell me. Hey guys, this is what you guys voted for, and you can't deny your president right now, because you MAGAs thought you were very smart, very intelligent. You want to make America great. Oh yes, America is great right now, and y'all can go anywhere. As a matter of fact, there's a guy that said he has left Republican Party. He's not a Democrat. I'm gonna write the Democrat Party that they should evict you. They should bounce you out of the party. You must stay in the Republican Party. You must love it. You must embrace it. You must, guys, thank you for joining me. Welcome to my channel. This is so hilarious. This is so interesting. MAGAs are beginning to say that this is not what they voted for. And not only do they regret, they are saying that they never planned or envisaged this is going to happen. Guys, let me show you a couple of videos that I've put together for you. How MAGAs are complaining and they are regretting, and they are saying if they had known. But hey, the deal is done. Just stay where you are, guys. Let's go check out this video, and I'll be right back. Credits are given to every content in this video, and don't go nowhere, guys. I'll be right back.
Not what you voted for? Oh my goodness. So first things first, let me start off by saying this. I spoke with all black people on the planet, well, specifically in the US, all right, with Council of Negroids. And I'm going to be bold and speak on their behalf and say, we have nothing to do with ICE, okay? We have nothing to do with this whole ICE situation that's going on. We have nothing to do with the deportations, and we don't care.
Damn.
And I don't mean that in any type of mean or, malicious manner. I'm just saying we don't care. My name's Bennett and I ain't in it. We have nothing to do with this. And I've noticed there are a lot of goofy clowns that are trying to put black people in the fray of this. And no, we have nothing to do with it. Black Americans have nothing to do with what's going on in ICE. We have no dog in this fight. It just is what it is. All right. Y'all get deported. Y'all get deported. I don't know what to tell you, but we are not going to be protesting. We're not going to be looting. We're not going to be rioting. Whatever is happening right now, we have nothing to do with it. Now, what I do find hilarious is that we have the goofies who are trying to say that, oh, they're coming for you next. Oh, you got to be careful because they're coming for y'all next. You have to understand. Now, riddle me this, Batman. In order for you to say that they're coming for us next, that would imply that we haven't been attacked yet. That's what that would imply, okay? That we have gone this entire time without being attacked. And if that's what you believe, perhaps you should sit this one out, boo-boo. Perhaps you should sit your little self on the corner and, I don't know, do whatever you got to do. Sell your fruits, go to school, whatever it is, okay? But this conversation regarding black people, maybe you should definitely sit this one out because you are aggressively ignorant.
Wake up, nigga.
Of the history of this country and even presently today. We were the first ones. We were the guinea pigs for their hatred. I don't know if you happen to know this. So when you try to say that, oh, we're next, pimping, we've been here. we were number one in line when it comes to their hatred and, their vicious tactics and whatnot. Okay, their inhumanity towards people.
To this day.
We were the first ones. And so this whole next part, it didn't stop with us, bro. They just included y'all. That's the only difference. They still are going for us. That has never changed, and that will never change because of the wickedness of some of these people's hearts. It just is what it is. Okay, that's why I say it's the lineage of evil. So when y'all say, oh, they coming for us next, pimping. If they were, right? If they were down, triple down, quadruple down on their hatred, bro, we gonna handle it. Just like our ancestors handle it, just like we handle it, and just like we'll handle it in the future.
How to Speak Trump, Part 3. Well, it's about lunchtime. Probably better get something to eat. Trump translation. I think I could go for a cheeseburger and a Diet Coke from McDonald's. It was one of the favorite places I ever worked. I don't know if you know this. I worked at McDonald's during the campaign. I did a great job making the fries. I was making the fries. I was handing them out the window. I said, here's your fries. The people took them. They said, these are probably the greatest fries ever made by any U.S. president or any McDonald's worker in history. Kamala said she worked at McDonald's, but she didn't. We know that. We know she didn't. I know she didn't. I did. I worked there, and I was fantastic. And together, we're going to make America greasy again. That's what we're doing.
I am now officially a Democrat. I have changed my registration with the state of Missouri. Took me a long time to get here, and I know the Democratic Party has its own challenges, but the challenges of the Democratic Party are nothing like the intellectual disaster that is the current Republican Party. Hi everybody, Blake Ashby here. When I was growing up, I always thought of myself as a Republican, and that was based primarily on economic issues. I was a traditional moderate Republican. I believed in fiscal sanity and socially letting people do what they wanted as long as it didn't impact others. That used to be the Republican Party. The Republican Party has no connection to what I just said anymore. Unfortunately, starting with Ronald Reagan, a president I liked and respected, the Republican Party started backing away from fiscal sanity. They bought into this idea that they could create massive deficits through tax cuts, and those tax cuts would create so much new economic activity that the tax cuts would eventually pay for themselves and the budget would come back into balance. That is a cuckoo idea. It has never worked in history. It doesn't work on paper, and so our country has been running large deficits almost every year since Ronald Reagan was president. So in my old version of republicanism, nothing was more important than running a balanced budget. Budget deficits were stealing from children, morally wrong, and bad for our economy. Because if you allowed current generations to spend the money of future generations, you inevitably undermined our economy, you inevitably undermined our country. And our country finally achieved a balanced budget in the 1990s. We implemented something called pay-as-you-go that required Congress to propose a cut in funding anytime they propose a new program. Which president was it that implemented pay-as-you-go? Which president was it that had our last balanced budget? It was Democrat Bill Clinton. And unfortunately, it was the next Republican president, George H.W. Bush, who blew up pay-as-you-go and put us on the path to the massive deficits we have right now. As much as my memory says it's the Republican Party that is more fiscally prudent, history shows that is not true. Every Democratic president from Clinton on has reduced the size of the annual budget deficit. Every Republican president from Clinton on has increased the size of the budget deficit. Unfortunately, the Republican Party has completely abandoned any notion of fiscal prudence. It is the Democratic Party that has done a better job of balancing our budget and managing our economy. So I'm all in. I'm going to do anything I can to help the Democrats take back the House and possibly the Senate in 2026, and obviously lay the groundwork for a president in 2028 who actually believes in a balanced budget, who actually understands that capitalism works better when we regulate it, and who understands that the future of America depends on our fiscal prudence now. I'm Blake Ashby. Go Democrats.
I've seen a lot of the videos, and it seems like a lot of people are just yelling, and they're mad. They don't understand why this is happening. I don't understand it either. It's not what I voted for. I voted for the criminals to be removed. I've been to the trade schools here in Tampa. I don't see how we fill these positions. It's going to cause construction to collapse here. It worries me. I've got a solution. Get them legal status. Somehow, under a work visa, background check them. Do whatever you need to do to make sure they're not criminals, but let's get them legalized in a rushed form or fashion. That's what needs to happen. President Donald Trump, the solution, not the problem. We all know what the problem is. The solution is to not deport them.
Well, honey, you may need to update your voter registration because that is exactly what liberals have been fighting for like the last 40 years. Obama literally tried to do this with DACA, and Trump has done nothing but try to reverse it. In fact, this is his entire platform that he ran on.
Getting them out will be a bloody story. It had never been allowed to come into our country. If you come back, you will be executed. You will be killed immediately.
There was a bill to help with the border crisis, and it was a bipartisan effort. That means both sides came to the table. In fact, it was written by a Republican, and Trump said, vote it down, because we need a platform to run on, because this is a wedge issue, and fixing it removes a useful political scapegoat. But the real reason that people who have lived in the U.S. for 20 plus years, have raised all of their children here, and still aren't legal citizens of here is because they pay into a system that they can't cash out on. It's like free labor without taxation, because they pay into a system. Taxes are collected, and yes, they are. You can go verify this. They don't get to claim those taxes back, and they don't get to make use of the welfare systems that we have because they're not legal. They do not have social security numbers. Not only that, employers get cheap labor, which I can assume is your problem and how you're personally affected and why you suddenly care about this. Not only that, corporations prefer undocumented, therefore vulnerable employees. They're easy to exploit. So in short, the system all around profits off their vulnerability. So when you say this isn't what you voted for, that is incorrect. This is exactly what you voted for. You just didn't know that's what you were voting for.
America is a democracy. You cannot try to destroy what people want. Majority rule. Oh, and that's exactly why we are not a democracy. Well, we vote, don't we? That's democracy. Actually, no. We vote within a constitutional republic. Think about it this way. In a democracy, if the majority votes to, for example, take your rights away, you lose them. In a republic, your rights are protected, even from the majority. It sounds like you're afraid of people having power. No, but I am afraid of mob rule. If the crowd decides that they want your money, your land, your voice, in a democracy, it's gone. In a republic, the law will say, the Constitution will say, well, back it off. You're not taking anything away from this person. Democracy means freedom. Oh no, that's actually the furthest thing from freedom. Have you noticed how the worst regimes on earth will always slap the word democracy? We're so democratic here and there. They use that word literally to cover up the stink of dictatorship. Okay, but that's them. America's different. Exactly. Because we are not a democracy, We are a republic, and that's what makes us different. We pledge allegiance to democracy or to the republic? To the republic, right? And there is a reason for that. In a republic, your rights are protected. In a democracy, they can be voted away.
So are we all just going to sit back and act like we don't see what's going on? If you speak out against a certain country, or if you go against a certain country, you're out of there. If you go to college and somebody that's a teacher or anything like that at that college says something against that certain country, they're cutting funding. Matter of fact, in the beginning of the year, they were talking about deporting U.S. citizens for protesting in favor of Palestine at a college. Yet we voted this same person in because of we wanted free speech. I remember last year when the left was talking about, oh, Trump's going to come out with Project 2025. I was like, yeah! Project 2025, let's go! Instead, what we got was much worse than what the left thought. We got Trump and Netanyahu in office, and Trump's doing tricks on it.
Hey everyone, when they said to MAGAs, do not tread on that path that you are about to take, they said, no, we know better. What are you saying? We want to make America great again. And now they are saying, are we going to allow all of these things to degenerate? And people are saying, what are you talking about? What is going to degenerate? No. It has already degenerated. So there's no need to say, are we going to... No. You guys watched already when you shouldn't be watching. You guys made a decision when you shouldn't make a decision. And now it's not about it degenerating. It has degenerated because right now the government has shut down the system. Right now a lot of Medicaid has been cancelled. Right now farmers are bankrupt. Right now, if bankrupt would have been good, they are selling the farmland, and the big boys, the billionaires, are buying those farmland from them. Guys, you have your cake already. You baked a cake, season it, and you design it, and you said, yes, you want to have your cake and eat it. And right now you are eating your cake because that's what you prepared yourself for, and that's what you get. This is exactly what you voted for, guys. So don't complain and don't apologize, because your apology has nothing to do with what Americans are going through. Your apology is late. You all need to wait till the next 4 years and buckle up, because you're just about to begin an experience of a lifetime that you would love or regret. Guys, don't apologize. This is exactly what you voted for, and you're getting it. And don't ever hold anybody responsible for this, because this is all on you. This is what you voted for, guys. So stay at your lane. Stay in your lane, guys. Stay in your lane and enjoy the works of your end, because this is what exactly you voted for. Guys, if today is the first time I've come across my channel, please do it to subscribe, like, and share this information, because it's getting not interesting anymore, because MAGAs are made everyone to go through what they are going through right now. There's a shutdown, there's cancer, there's inflation, there's just name it. And now you are saying that this is not what you voted for. This is what you voted for. So guys, share this information. Let everybody know the works of MAGAs, what they did to America, and what Americans are going through. And of course, if today is your first time, do it to like, subscribe, and give the video a thumbs up, and turn on your notification button so they can get updated from whenever I post great videos like this. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. One thing I always like to say, stay in peace, stay in love, avoid trouble, and of course, every good thing that you desire will come your way, irrespective of what the MAGAs have done. They voted for Trump. This is what they voted for. Y'all need to enjoy it. Until I come your way again, enjoy your decision. Bye-bye.